What's going on, everybody? Devore, Havoc, G Money, and Quinte. This is the Not for the Bay podcast. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and all other major streaming platforms. Happy New Year to everybody. It's the first podcast of 2022. There's a whole bunch of small talk stuff today. Obviously, you see by the title that we're going to be talking about Ryan Tannehill and the Miami Dolphins and also the Tennessee Titans, which is a very, very serious, sensitive subject for a lot of us.
Got to get on cam for this.
Quinte said he got to get on cam for this. But before we even jump into it, what is going on, everybody? 2022, brand new year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? We made it.
Yeah.
Just barely.
2021 was a hell of a year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the past 2 years have been a hell of a 2 years.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
We're dragging our feet into 2022, but we'll see how it goes.
I did want to shout out the people in the chat so far. We got
I see.
We got Next in the chat, Stanley Smith in the chat, Rev
Chat is active already.
Ivor is in the chat. I appreciate everybody that came through this evening. We 6 people deep. Yep, salute to the chat for sure. We 6 people deep. I forgot to put my little banner at the bottom. Happy New Year, you guys. Be sure to hit that like button. But I wanted to start the show off with anybody have any New Year's resolutions or anything that they wanted to put on the table.
Well, me personally, it's about getting in shape. We'll get my mind right in shape and finishing stuff I always wanted to do and stop second guessing myself. Cause that's one of my issues. Cause I don't mean to get sentimental or sad, but when my mom passed, I was very depressed and I never got myself back on track where I wanted to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now is no time better than now to do what I need to do. Stop being afraid. Because I always have a group of people to do something. I'm like, forget it. I'm tired of trying to get people on my $1 million schemes and nobody want to get on the board with me. So I'm gonna just do it by myself. So it's gonna take longer, but I'm gonna do what I need to do.
I hear you.
That's good, man.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say just it's kind of like one of those things where people have big plans. People have large plans, large, vision for the future, but really a lot of it is just day-to-day consistency. Everything comes down to day-to-day consistency. So I guess the only resolution is just to maintain consistency.
Yes.
It's not about the big strokes. It's not about the big swings. It's about the little chops every day.
Yes.
So that's all we got. All I got to focus on is just the little chops. If you can do that every day, which we can, we'll be all right.
Well, for me, it's stop overthinking things, stop being so nervous, and just live and travel more. I want to travel more. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to New Zealand. I want to just travel more and travel with people.
Go there now, but...
Well, not now, but I'm just saying, I brought it up in the chat that I want us to go and travel. You know what I'm saying? Like as a group, if we can. That's all. So yeah.
I have something for you and I have something for you and DeVore, but that's in the back, and we'll be going to the back room.
What was the place you wanted us to go, G? It
Colorado.
was Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. We could work. What's in Colorado?
You can smoke all the bud you can smoke.
Yeah,
that's what we going for.
The same thing you'll find in every other state.
I don't smoke, so it's like.
But that's not the only reason. Colorado is just peaceful. It's a peaceful place.
I gotta agree with you because a lot of I notice on social media, it's a lot of Black people moving up to Colorado, Oregon, Seattle. That's a lot of people moving in Minnesota.
It's a different vibe. It's a different.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Environment.
It's different.
Yeah. I'd like to go. I've never been there, but it seems interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, but I'm gonna have to sit out the weed smoking though. Maybe if we go to like a strip club or something.
Oh man, I'm too old for the strip club, man.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even going there for
you
the
gotta
girls.
understand, me, G Money, have it come from the granddaddy of the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Devore out
what's
here.
the price tag on a strip club right now?
You see,
I haven't been, man. I'm a father now, man.
You see, Devore is the type that goes to the strip club for the buffet. That's
You know
what he
what
does.
I can't eat at a strip club, man. I just can't.
I didn't even know they had buffets at the strip club. To be honest,
This
Yeah,
guy,
King of Diamonds before they changed it. Oh
this
man,
guy,
they had
this guy's
buffet.
behind.
You behind? You can go to take one. I don't know what it's called now.
Where do you think all the
That's
lobster tails go to nowadays?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The best food comes from the strip club.
you know what? To
Even
be
though
honest
I'm not
with you,
touching it, I wouldn't touch it though.
Man,
Why not?
I'm tearing it up, G.
Listen,
why
man.
not?
You
I
never know.
I heard strip clubs got good wings.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
just
this.
saying,
I'm
man.
gonna
You
say
just
this.
never know. The cook might get a feel and then want to touch the food. I ain't even.
Nah. It's a totally different. It's always a fat black man or a fat black woman cooking.
True.
And none of them are in the
Yeah.
back with them.
True.
Yeah.
Just being 100 with you.
And they usually got the pants. They got the peppers on it too. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because that food truck in front of Take One back in the day. I don't know what it is called
boy.
now.
This guy sees some gunshot wounds.
Yeah, boy.
Let me ask
Go
you
to
this: back
Coco's,
then,
go to Rolex.
Oh,
back then, how much was a
PTs.
dance? How much was a dance back then?
Oh man.
Like 10, 20, 15 sometimes.
How long ago
I
was
mean, it wasn't real. There wasn't a chart on the wall.
That
You know what I mean?
wasn't
You just kind of,
It
you just
wasn't no
kind of,
chart.
You gotta go with the flow, you know.
yeah. You
But-
just kind of you pay your overpriced drink and you do your thing.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Some of the times me and my friends used to go to the strip club, we knew some of the strippers. So half the time we didn't pay for nothing.
Man, y'all some bums.
I'm just being honest. I'm gonna be honest. I go to the strip club with $500. I get $500 once. I might spend $50.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Man.
Only certain times I used to go to the strip club, we just act crazy because we drunk or somebody's birthday.
Right.
I'm not going front. Am I like from 23 to 27, 28?
That's all
Man,
you was in strip clubs, huh?
Man,
Damn.
all the cheeks.
Man.
You know what, Quinte? I've only been to the strip club one time, and that was the only
Because
time.
you're not from. You must say if you was born in Florida and raised in Florida, you would have been tired of the strip club. Just
not just Florida, but just down south. The southern
Down
states.
Down south,
period.
yeah.
You'd be tired of it, man. I'm telling you, man.
I'll tell it to you like this though. I went to college in Miami. That whole time was just an experience. This is an experience, man. This is.
Yes.
Anyways, I don't wanna get
Oh
too
my.
deep.
Yeah. If you went to Johnston the Wells,
that is exactly where I
Oh
went.
my! You know how many? How
North
many
Miami.
Got, man.
I do know. I was there.
The dorm was so nice. They can hide you in the dorm room. The person will come up there, don't know you in there. You just
Flamingo Hall. Lakeside. What's up?
Yep. All the cheeks.
That's how it was.
All the cheeks. All the cheeks.
That's how it was, Quinte.
You just don't know. I don't kiss and tell people names and all that. So I just let you know.
But all I know is college on the beach. Not the greatest of ideas, man. Not the greatest of ideas.
What's wrong with
Is it still there? Is it still there?
No, it's actually gone now.
It's gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gone.
And then you got
Well, when you have a college on the beach, people don't go to class.
Yes, and the girls from FIU, they used to be stripping. They used to be
right
stripping
down the road in Iventura.
Yeah. I remember once I had got one girl her first night stripping. She went to FIU. I'm not going to say her name.
This turned into Quinte's Real Florida Stories.
Her first night stripping.
I was going to say it ain't 12 o'clock yet. It ain't time for Quinte after dark. Let's finish that up.
Yeah, Quinte after dark.
Chronicles of Quinte.
But I still remember this. Her first day stripping.
Oh man.
She was nervous. She was scared. I'm saying, why are you doing it? She said, Mom, she didn't have enough money. I said, man, go work at McDonald's.
I gotta get my car out the shop.
I'm like, oh, you just grading yourself. And from that on, She was fine too. I'm like, damn, I got this woman, man. But it is what it is, man.
Hey, do it again.
Hey, all the cheeks, huh? All the cheeks.
Florida's a real high place, man. I don't know.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Certain people, I don't understand how it's hard. I'm not. You see me. I'm not the best looking person in the world, but damn, come on now. How can you walk around so angry? Come on. I don't know. I guess it's a Florida thing. We don't just like, come on now. Come on.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Come on now, man.
I hear what you're saying. Like I said, man, I was there. I was there.
Eric knows what I'm talking about.
I was there. And then when I got out of college, I kept living there too. So, you know, I done lived there for almost 10 years.
I'm telling you, man, it's not. If you was down here divorced,
North
you probably
Miami.
have 25 kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, knowing the
Yeah.
board. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know a couple of dudes coming
Nah,
home.
you would, because you probably be safe like me. Well, I was super safe, man.
Yeah, of course.
The one time I was so scared. Went to the free clinic. I was like about to cry.
This guy, you see this guy was crying across the street from Miami-Dade Community College.
Oh man. But those were the good old days.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. All right, so I feel like on Wednesday we kind of touched on the conversation about Ryan Tannehill of the Titans, but I feel like we need to emphasize upon this just a little bit because it does bring back memories back to when we sit here and we talked about Ryan Tannehill all those years back when he was with the Miami Dolphins and the disrespect Ryan Tannehill got as a Miami Dolphins quarterback and all the praise.
It's so sad. It is so sad, but it is what it is. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. So
They are, but a lot of praise to Tua. And he's only in his second year, only just finished playing his 16th game of his whole career. And and Quinte already knows how I feel about this whole situation. It's literally like he can do no wrong. He is the prince.
You are picking and choosing where you please. If you look, as you refer to, back in the day, people were talking about Tannehill. You'll find people on both sides of that hill because I always liked him. I just never. I mean, he's okay, and he's still okay, right? Like that's who he is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front like
he was pretty good, and he's still pretty good. And of course, now the Tua thing. Of course, he comes with more fanfare because he's got a bigger resume that he's coming with. Then Tannehill came to Miami with. Tannehill was a wide receiver in college. You know what I mean?
Oh man, here go this narrative.
I'm just saying, y'all want to. It's facts. That's all I'm saying.
It's not. I'm gonna say this too. I mean, it's not facts. He only played receiver that 1 year because they wanted the other dude to play quarterback. Even though the guy didn't make it to the league, he was trash. But in college, the boy was better than Tannehill in college. And
but
then when he started to play, he started showing flashes that he can play. That's why he got drafted the way he got drafted. He got drafted off the potential, not he's the finished product. Tua got drafted off so-called finished product. He got drafted off his fanfare, what he did in college, the stacked teams he's won. That's what Tua got drafted. He was supposed to be the most pro-ready quarterback that ever got drafted. That's what all the analysts said. Everybody said, and he's not showing that in the league right now. He's showing things of a developmental quarterback. He's not showing that he's head and shoulders have the mind for it. You understand what I'm saying? He's not showing that all right now. He's showing he's developmental quarterback. He's getting incrementally better as the season goes on. As many games he plays, he gets better over time. You understand? That's my thing.
Okay, I've always thought this is, when you look back at that draft and all the quarterbacks that are taken, and it's almost like, if you're looking for the most stats, I don't think that's going to be him. If you're looking for the most touchdowns and the most yards or any of that, I don't think that's going to be him. I think he's going to be
You
kind of
talking
one
about
of those
Tua?
guys. Yeah, I'm talking about
Tua.
Tua. I think he's one of them guys that's going to be evaluated more on his ability to protect the ball, his completion percentage, and his win percentage.
Oh God,
He's
But
That's how
completion
he's going to be
percentage.
evaluated
but
by.
Completion percentage is excluded from this
I'm
conversation.
gonna say this to you.
You're wrong about that.
I'm gonna say this to you, Heavy. But my thing with the whole tour, it's about him being. If he be more consistent, his stats might be. Because I'm gonna say this: people need to remember the same thing they're saying about Tua, they said about Tom Brady. And Tom Brady stayed consistent at his 28, 30 touchdowns every season. His 38 to 4,000 yard season every year. He stayed consistent with it.
Especially the first 5 years.
Yes. No, I would say his first 8 years. He had that one breakout year with Randy Moss. That was it.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't have them crazy stats every year, but he was very consistent.
He was
and
consistent.
They had the perfect system for his skill set, and he was very productive. So when people talk about Tom Brady, he's been elite forever. Of course, he's got crazy numbers.
Yeah.
But year to year, he wasn't out here just 5,000 yarding it every single year. But his team every single year was winning the division because he played his role perfectly.
Yeah, because with that team, come see, I feel as so. Somebody else said we have the same team as the Patriots. We just don't have the running game as the Patriots. The Patriots have a good defense, a solid quarterback.
Did the Patriots have a questionable offensive line?
No.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you. This what people don't understand. I'm gonna say this to you, bro. With the offensive line, I'm happy you said that. How fast does he get the ball out?
He gets it out at pretty fast.
No. Actually, how fast did he get the ball out?
Oh, 2.3.
And how fast does Tua get the ball out? And he has better so-called weaponry than Mac Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is his best receiver on the team?
For who? Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Was it N'Keal Harry?
He's trash. He can't catch.
I was gonna say Kendrick Bourne.
Oh, Kendrick Bourne. He's the best receiver, and he runs a 4.7. And you see it when he runs his routes. He runs a 4.7.
Yeah.
And okay.
Well, I just want to say, get back to the Tannehill point. It's, he said this is a revenge game. I don't think Tannehill looks at the Dolphins as a revenge. He might. It's not a revenge.
It is a revenge game.
No. It's not. It's more of a playoff game. Both teams, right? Yeah, it's more of a team. Both teams have to win. It's going to be a great game. As far as going back to the point, I know initially when we first started, I was against Tannehill. I was like, I didn't like him. But after I saw the highlights and I went back and rewatched, the Dolphins was just a bad team. It wasn't his fault. Yes, he was part of the team, and he's part of the team, so he was bad too. But he wasn't the reason why the Dolphins was bad. And I thought that the Dolphins fans were ridiculous how they treated him and how they talked bad about Tannehill. Like,
really.
I thought he was the next quarterback to be the next franchise quarterback, but the Dolphins gave up on him. As far as Tua, I don't understand his popularity. I don't get it. Why do people like him so much? What is it? What is it about? Like, that's a question I'm asking. I don't know.
It's not that hard to figure out.
It is
really not that hard to figure out why
it's hard for me.
What is it?
What is it? What is it, Havoc? What is it?
I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think one, his resume that he came into the league with. I think two is I mean, outside of, I don't know, many other quarterbacks outside of the established ones that we all know who are out here getting more advertisements, getting more commercials, getting more. Man came into the league with a documentary. Didn't play a single game.
And that
came
made
to the
me
league
sick.
with a documentary,
and that
right?
made me sick.
Right, like he has a machine behind him doing what they do. So in terms of his popularity, I mean, it's it is what it is at this point. But for me,
also to the point,
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that to me, it's just I understand that the quarterback is the most important position. People say in all professional sports, but one quarterback is not a championship. Like, I mean, honestly, when we talk about the team, we should be talking about what do we have to do to win a championship? Because what's the point of having this great quarterback that's got all these numbers, but every single year when the playoffs come, you just at the couch chilling. You know what I mean? It's just like
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, so he won one early.
But he won that.
He won one early.
He won that Super Bowl because
we ain't seen him there since.
Leftover remnants of Brett Favre's teams. I'm just being 100.
But he did what he needed to do, though.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do, but they still had a top defense at that year. The best pass rush.
Russell Wilson glided into a championship.
Yes,
pretty much.
He did.
Yeah, like I can't hold it against you if you get into a situation you play your role. Because back to our Tom Brady conversation, the man he's like the greatest role player at the most important position. He didn't do nothing outside his skill set.
Did you call Tom Brady a role player?
Yeah. No,
where's Banks at?
I feel the same.
Where's Banks?
I feel the same way. Thank you for saying it, my brother. Thank you.
No, but what Quinte said,
he never went outside of his skill set.
He's a game manager. He's a game manager. He's a game manager.
But he's the best one ever.
Yes.
He's the best one ever.
I'm gonna say this: that last Super Bowl he just won. You think he won that Super Bowl? No, that defense helped him win that Super Bowl.
That defense, yeah.
Well, I said that to say this: people gonna believe the 7-game winning streak the Dolphins on because of Tua. If you listen to other people talk, it's no. But
wait, people really say that?
Yes.
Unfortunately. Yes. Oh my God!
The defense has kept every team under like 20 points.
No, but let me say though.
What are we talking about?
To the voice point, he's not being efficient. That's a lie. He's been efficient the last.
I didn't say that. I said that the completion percentage needs to be thrown out the window.
But that's being efficient. He's been efficient the last 3 games.
But
he's been decent. He's playing better. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm gonna say this to you. G.
Wait, so Tua's not playing better?
I'm saying he's playing fine. He's being a game manager. What I always say,
numbers can be deceiving.
But he's doing exactly what he needs to do.
But my thing is, how can Gesicki have 3 catches and Parker have none and Waddle have all the catches? That's a bad thing. That is a bad thing. People don't look at it like that, but it is.
What if Waddle is just getting open and the guys are not getting open?
No. That's not it.
Now we're trudging into the territory of open versus NFL open.
They're open. It is different.
Yeah, which is the argument that I understand to be like if it's Devontae Parker, he has a smaller cornerback on his hip, he's open.
He's open
now, according to what other people are saying, is that Jalen Waddle, because obviously he's faster than everybody. Yes. He's got better agility than everybody. So open for Jalen Waddle looks a lot more appetizing than a Devontae Parker open.
Devontae Parker might have 2 yards and Waddle might have 5.
Yeah.
And
extending.
It is plenty of times. Devontae Parker was 1-on-1 with no safety help in the Saints game. He did not throw him the ball. And Devontae Parker like this. Come on.
I'll tell you, man.
And you saw it. You saw it.
Yeah,
Tua is not Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's not going to see a wide receiver one-on-one with a smaller cornerback and throw it up. That's not who he is. That's not who he is. That's not how he's programmed.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to go with what you got. You just got to go with it.
Like we're talking about the greatest role player ever, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
They just understand his skill set, and you just play to his skill set. You make a system that nobody else can prosper under except him. Except when he tore his ACL, Matt Castle came in and looked like a real NFL quarterback. He hasn't looked like that anywhere else. Anywhere else.
They went 11-5 that year when Matt Castle came in.
It's all about the system. Nick Foles. You give him 4 games, he'll look like Brett Favre. If you give him 16 games, he'll look like Jake
Bortles.
Yeah, he'll look like Josh Rosen, right? So that's what it is.
But I'm gonna say this.
You see this bullshit, Quinte?
What's happening?
I'm gonna say this.
He just gonna scrape the road like he ain't say nothing about it.
What did I say?
I'm gonna say this. See, I work with a lot of Patriots fans. When we was trying to trade Tannehill, they was hoping and praying that he get traded to the Patriots.
Yeah, that would have been a dirty.
If he came to the Patriots and whooped our ass, I would have been mad as fuck.
That would have been a dirty look.
Let's talk about the game itself. Who you got? Who you guys got? Tennessee or Miami? Where's the game at? The game is Miami, right?
It's Tennessee.
Listen to this.
Oh, on the road. Mm.
I have
I
Miami. I have
I got
Miami
Miami.
squeaking out this game.
Yeah, I got
I
Miami.
have a feeling because they play a lot of zone.
Hmm.
Tennessee plays a lot of zone, and oh
Fine.
my God,
That's
jeez
I think
Louise.
it's a reason clone.
What's a
hilarious.
reason? Who is reason?
Reason.
I don't
Who's
know who that
reason?
is.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey
know
I'm
who
not
that
even
man,
is.
sure. I'm not even
we're
sure
not
what that
starting
reference
this
means.
buffoonery. We got my brother Em in the chat. This buffoonery.
Yeah.
No buffoonery tonight, please. Good energy, good vibes. On a take of G Money, good vibes, good energy. I
I
don't
guess if
want
you
none
like
of
the
that.
quarterback for the team, you're a clone of somebody else. But I mean, I've been pretty consistent since he got drafted.
Yeah,
I think
but
this game is more important for the Dolphins than the Titans because the Titans could
yeah,
lose and still win the division.
yeah.
The Dolphins lose. That's it. They're not making the playoffs. So
But
I
I have a
did.
feeling we're gonna win. I have a feeling we're gonna win.
I wanted to go ahead and go back to that whole revenge game thing, G, because if maybe it's just me, but if my contract was bought out by my team and I went to a different team and I had the opportunity to play them, I'm gonna want to murder them. Like literally,
is this
I
the first
would.
matchup? This is the first matchup.
This the
First
first
matchup.
matchup. First matchup.
Hmm.
So we play them every other year, I think.
Right,
Man, I don't. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna have to look and see who's available to play the day of the game because
Because everybody's back besides Julio Jones. Everybody's off the COVID
okay,
list on both
p-
teams.
here's what I know because I was talking about Hard Knocks earlier, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, one of the games that they played, um, the day of the game, they found out they were down 3 starters. So that's what I'm talking about now. Like, you don't know who is going into what game with whom.
True.
They testing dudes day of the game. You understand? So, I'm a wake up and I'm a see, but look, man, winning
Is
7 in a row is winning 7 in a row.
is Henry
So,
playing or what?
Nah,
No,
he gonna play the
nah.
last game of the season. If he
So-
play, we're gonna lose.
At least you keep it in
Yeah.
100. At least you
Yeah.
keep it in
You
100.
know,
I thought I
No,
was going
because
to get
our
a whole bunch of
linebackers are too
pushback on
small
what
to
I
stop
said.
him over repeatedly. Because
I know what you mean.
With Derrick Henry, he might get -3 yards, -2, 50, -2,
Sounds like
-3,
Chris Johnson.
80. Well,
I
yeah,
thought
Chris
the
Johnson.
offensive line. I thought the
Mhm.
offensive line for this last week against the Saints was pretty decent. I know they've been struggling all year, but they was pretty decent
Now for the
week.
past couple,
they've been
for the
struggling for the
past.
past 5 years, bro. What are you
Let me
talking
say
about?
this:
True.
for
True. Yeah.
the past couple weeks, the winning streak, the offensive line has played better.
Yeah.
They're not the best. They have been playing better, and they need to take Jesse Davis off the field. But other than that,
Bro, how long have we been
the
talking about
young
it?
players have been playing well. I'm just being honest with you. The young players are playing well. They're gonna have hiccups here and there, but they're playing well.
Look, man, let's be real. Jesse Davis' value is the fact that he can play all 5 positions on the O line
No,
as a
Jesse
backup.
Davis,
As a backup. That
his,
is his value. And
but yeah,
we're gonna have to
but
get to a point where we can't hide Austin Jackson forever. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm
We
gonna
can't
say
we can't hide him forever.
Austin Jackson he has mental errors. It's not his physical ability. I talked to Ian about this before. We was on channel a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago. Austin Jackson and other it's not about the physically, it's about mental errors, and I feel as though they're being coached wrong. Because
Okay.
think about Austin Jackson. He played in the run heavy offense in college. Ian Mckenberg played in the run heavy offense in college.
Yeah, now they do an RPO.
And Robert Hunt played in the run heavy offense in college.
Mm-hmm.
Dieter played in the run heavy offense in college. Why don't you run the ball, start running this zone scheme, play man on man, and let these big boys mollywop people in front of him. So that's to me, because like when he pushing somebody, he's straight. That's the same thing to say about the other guy from Georgia who's not playing right now. I don't know why.
Kinley.
Yeah, McKinley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm more worried, just to EM's point in the chat, I'm more worried about the Patriots game, last game of the season, this game. I don't have any worries about the Titans. I think that they don't have their players. The Patriots, though, that scares me.
No, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm more worried about this game.
Yeah.
Than the
Why?
Patriots game. We already beat them.
but that was early in the season.
No,
The Patriots are a different team now.
okay, I'm gonna say this to you. With our defense, only thing that might hinder us in this against the Patriots is our offense. Bill gonna know how to stop it, but at the same time, our defense gonna stop them because you got the blueprint already. What they're doing all season, they're gonna run the ball, and our team is one of the top 10 teams stopping the run for the past 7-8 weeks. And to stop the run, he's gonna make Mac Jones beat you, and he's gonna make some mistakes.
Not against this defense.
Yeah,
and he's not gonna win.
Hold on. So I'm gonna see 2 picks. Whose defense is better, the Patriots or the Dolphins?
I say the Dolphins.
I say Dolphins.
The Dolphins. I'm gonna say you wrong. I'm gonna say where you wrong, DeVore. They got 1 corner, 1 safety, 1 pass rusher.
We got 2 of those at every position.
We have 2 of those in every position.
Yeah.
You don't give your own team props. It's kind of.
I bet you AJ Brown tomorrow catches over 100 yards tomorrow.
I don't think so.
I bet you he will.
No, I know why I say they won't. If he won't, because they won't bracket him, because that's the only target he got.
He won't get targeted enough to get.
He won't get targeted enough. And Tannehill probably won't have enough time. Because people fail to realize that team is dealing with since Derrick Henry got hurt, that team was dealing with a lot of injuries. Because people always going to say, "Oh, he can't lead a team. He sucks. He's doing what he did for the Dolphins." No,
and that offensive line.
The offensive line is bad. It is bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're terrible at pass protection. I keep telling them that, but he don't believe me.
They're good at run blocking, but they cannot pass block to save their life.
All I hear is
times, dude. I watched the game. Dude, the dude dropped back. It seemed like he was in the Dolphins uniform. As soon as he hiked the ball, he got hit.
There's somebody in his face. But all I hear though is, "Oh, DeVore, you're tucking your tail. You're tucking your tail. Just say Ryan Tannehill stuff." Say he played bad.
Well, he's not having a good year.
He's not having. He's not. I'm gonna say this to you. With Tannehill,
but I don't think he sucks though.
All Tannehill needs is a receiver like Jarvis Landry, 1 fast guy to take the top off the deep. Because look out the Dolphins when he first came to the league. The man had Brian Hartline, Devon Best.
He didn't play.
This man won 8 to 9 games every season.
Brian Hartline had a couple 900-yard seasons, right?
Think about it. Just think about it, dude.
That was his only 1,000-yard season.
Wait, didn't he have Anthony Fasano? Is that his name?
Come on now, he's a blocking tight end.
He was a red.
He was nice. Now, to me, he was. That's who I see Durham Smythe as. I like Durham Smythe.
That's a good comparison.
I like Durham Smythe more than I like Gesicki.
Thank you, JD. I like that comment. Look at the teams.
You said you like Durham Smythe more than Gesicki?
Yeah.
Yes. Nah. He is developing into being a full-time tight end.
Look at.
They said that he didn't have hands. But he has hands.
He has hands.
Yeah. So
and you remember people got so mad that the Dolphins drafted him because he couldn't catch. I'm like, yo, you can teach him how to catch.
How do you teach somebody how to catch?
You can teach somebody how to catch.
You know how to catch or not?
He played for Notre Dame. Notre Dame does not throw the ball to the
team. They're a running team, so he really ain't had to catch the ball like that. But you could teach somebody how to catch.
Nah, you got to know how to catch, man.
It could have been like an underutilized asset. So he was poorly graded on it coming out of college. But I think going back to what you're saying about
hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What's that?
I can't remember, but who drafted Durham Smythe?
I have no idea.
Oh, that was
Adam Gase.
That was Adam Gase regime.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
He doesn't.
Wait,
he
hold
likes
on a second.
Adam Gase more than he likes Flores.
Didn't the anniversary of Adam Gase being fired just pass by? Right?
Hey,
didn't he get fired on New Year's Eve?
They warming up his
Jacksonville
Jaguars head coaching.
I hope he does.
I hope they don't get him. That young team needs a quarterback with energy. I mean, a coach with energy. That's what they need.
What are you talking about? You call up the assistant coach, like, Coach, bring the energy to the office. You know what I mean?
If that team, if we can bring somebody from
Adam
the
Gase
crib,
got
we
the
can
plug for
bring
energy.
Sperano, or we can bring Shula. We can bring Shula back from the grave, man. I swear to Jack, the Jaguars go Super Bowl every freaking year.
Adam
Because
Gase
that
got the
team has
plug
so much talent on it, dude. I don't
for that
understand
pure
why they're
Miami
so bad.
energy.
Think about that team has so much talent on it, but he
On the
was
Jags,
dude. That team has a lot of talent, bro. It's a
I wouldn't
lot.
say a lot. They got
Bro,
some.
I'm gonna
They
say
got
this.
they
I'm
got
gonna say
something to
this to
work
you.
with, but they ain't got talent
They
like
got
that.
talent. They got.
Hold on, are they
on
more
offense.
talented than the Lions? Because I think the Lions have
Yes,
talent.
way more talented than the Lions. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
like
They
Havoc
have,
says,
they
they're
are.
just a group of guys on the
they got
Lions.
2 pass
The
rushers.
Lions don't have anything that looks like Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen is. Come on now. You got
True.
Miles
You got
Jack
Chark,
in the middle.
you got Cheval. You
Yes,
got some guys.
You got a lot of players in that team. You
But
just don't use them correctly, bro.
they got Robinson. They got some players.
Yeah,
Etienne,
that team is stacked. It just don't.
They're gonna get
They
rid
have
of one
talent,
of
but
those
don't have
running backs.
experience.
They
don't have
just
experience.
Yeah, go
problem
ahead and
is-
trade James Robinson to the Dolphins. It's because I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, you've been-
Me
I've been
personally,
waiting for that.
I'm gonna say this to you: if we
They just have a terrible owner.
if we
That's
keep Tua, I don't want him.
Why not?
Why not?
Nah, he's not gonna fit the RPO. He's not that kind of back.
You say he's a
Okay,
downhill.
He's a downhill runner.
Change the offense then.
You can't.
Hey,
you can't
Tua
change
is
the offense.
limited.
I'm honest.
That's not gonna work out, G.
It's not gonna work out.
Nah,
It's not gonna
okay.
work out.
No. You
Nah,
gotta.
they've already switched the
Hold on,
offense for Tua.
You gotta
have
put
to
the
adjust
saddle on
every
the horse
year?
you rode in on. You know.
Yeah, but
Don't you have to adjust every year? You can't just
when
stay
you
the same.
have
You gotta adjust.
when you have a quarterback who can't comprehend as much unless he do it.
Let me tell you something.
It's not gonna work.
Every NFL offense adjusts to the quarterback.
Yes.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Everybody else got to get in and fit in.
Yeah. But put like if James Robinson was playing for the Titans when got hurt, he would probably have 1,500 yards rushing right now, bro.
They'd be good.
And you won't hear about Tannehill sucking right now.
And in no disrespectful way, I feel like I can run the Tua offense right now.
Oh,
that's pretty disrespectful.
Really?
That's not disrespectful.
Quinte,
you agree? Yes or no? You agree? Yes or no? Quinte,
I'm gonna say this to you.
This guy says I can run the RPO in the NFL.
I can get up. hey, I can get up. We in the pistol. We in the pistol like this, and we snapping the ball. He's left-handed, and he literally turns to the side and throws the ball in less than a millisecond. I can do that.
But we'll say this: it's more involved in offense. So you gotta,
what you mean more involved? It ain't hard.
I'm gonna say this to you.
I think he can run the RPO. What's wrong with this guy?
Sometimes I don't know. He is younger than us, so he probably feels. He still feels strong. I don't know.
If you see the receivers running in the pistol,
you weigh 87 pounds. What are you talking about?
I weigh more than Tua. I weigh more than Tua.
Oh. Yo, Dvorak hit that first time. He's like, yeah, I'm done.
Hey.
All the air is gonna come out of your chest.
Hey, Havoc, did you say you watched the Hard Knocks for the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that scene when they was talking about Kyler Murray calling him the gingerbread man?
Yeah.
Calling who the gingerbread man?
They were saying Kyler Murray be running around in the pocket like he the gingerbread man. and
how he holds the ball.
The assistant coach was like, well, when we catch this gingerbread man, break him in half. Break that cookie in half. That's what he said. Break that cookie in half.
You know what? Kyler Murray, he holds the football like a baseball.
He does. You see it, right?
Yeah. He plays quarterback like a shortstop. He throws sidearm like he plays quarterback like a shortstop.
And I feel as though if he played
what was another small quarterback?
He would have made a lot of money if he played baseball.
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie was good.
Was able to last.
I'm gonna say
he was
Doug
good though.
Flutie
he was small.
He had to go to Canada for a minute.
But Doug Flutie was good. It's just that he came up in the wrong time. If he came up now, he would be number 1 pick in the league.
He'd be he's better than Baker. He's better than Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
All those small quarterbacks, Jeff Garcia and Steve Young was small.
Jeff Garcia's not small. He's only 6 foot, so that's not really small to me. If you 5'10" and under, you short. You can't.
Well, Russell Wilson then. Russell Wilson.
Yeah. But it's nowadays. I think that was at a time where they didn't want to embrace offensive concepts you saw in college in the NFL. But now every team is moving the offensive line, so it don't matter how tall you are anymore.
Yeah.
True.
It matters.
Shout out to Shake.
It matters somehow because
Not to the point that they won't draft you.
Yeah, but at the same time, some quarterbacks, because even the Tua said he can't see the whole field.
Yeah.
Because to me, he looks at the field in quadrants and sections. He looks at
that's
left.
That's why they play
and he
zone,
looks in
right?
the right.
Zone blocking scheme, so he can see.
Yeah. But to me, it hinders it's slowing down the development of the offensive line doing it because you got to do
Hey, shout out to Logan in the chat. Hey, definitely, we got you next time, man. But that's all you gotta do.
But my thing is, it's more.
Yeah,
but it's more to it.
All right.
But I'm gonna say this to you: with that RPO, you should be having. To me, they need to switch Parker and Waddle. Let Parker run those slants.
I've thought about that. That's a great
because
idea.
let Parker take those hits because he's bigger because he might break a tackle and be off to the races.
I was thinking Parker.
He
might be more likely to throw to Parker in the slot just because he's a bigger body.
Yes,
if he's on a nickel corner, he's always gonna look
open. All the nickel corners are 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah,
Parker
I got a
6'4".
question. I got a question.
And Waddle can play the boundary.
I got a question, Quinte. You said that you don't like the zone blocking scheme. You want them to play man blocking. But wouldn't that be a hindrance for Tua?
Not necessarily, because I'm gonna say this to you. You have a young center who went to Wisconsin that cranks out offensive linemen. You got another guy who went to USC. They're known for having solid offensive linemen, strong guy. You got the young rookie from Notre Dame. Yeah, they talking about his arms, but his arms didn't look like they had a problem last game. He's a little short arms. Yeah, you gotta understand they went against all pro defensive ends in the last game. Top sack getters in the last game. Yeah, they're gonna have issues, but people they downed them for having one bad snap, 2 bad snaps. It went from being 10 bad snaps earlier in the year now to 1 or 2.
They're making progress.
You got to make progress, and they're not giving them the props. But to me, the zone blocking scheme it hinders a little bit. I feel because it's like they can't pick up stunts fast enough with the zone blocking scheme.
Yeah, I think isn't that Austin Jackson's main Achilles heel is picking up the stunts with the zone blocking scheme?
Yeah, that's the if it's man on man, all he got to do is maul the person in front of him.
I saw. This man made Bradley Chubb look like Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember that game. He was free all game long.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things where you just got to look at it and say, and I know people don't want to say it or think about it this way, but in terms of total age, the Dolphins is still one of the youngest teams in the league. Like, I mean, I know we have playoff expectations, but this team with the same players will be better next year. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you know what? I want to talk about something that we talked about on Wednesday about John Madden and the coaches. We kind of brought it up. Your favorite coaches. So if you could give like a quick top 5 coaches list, who would you put in there? Like, do you think John Madden's in top 5?
No.
He never had a losing season. His team was never
He's the most memorable figure in the NFL history.
Yeah, he's the most memorable voice in NFL.
He's
right.
He's like Shula, because Shula had the undefeated season. Everybody's always gonna remember Shula.
Yep.
They always gonna remember Chuck Noll. They always gonna remember the gap. You run up the gap. Joe Lombardi.
Oh,
always gonna remember him.
Vince Lombardi.
Cause he the creed of the sweep play. You go right here. You go right up the alley. I always remember that. I don't know why. I always remember the guy. I read the book when I was a kid.
I think as an announcer, John Madden is like what Marv Albert was.
He's the most iconic figure. He's the most.
Man.
He's the okay.
Him and Pat Summerall was it.
As a kid, I used to love Mad Dog Mandich. Mad Dog.
Oh yeah.
And his voice, oh my God. Woo. That was my man. He was a white man, but that was my ninja. I used to love Mad Dog.
You
What,
give me
staying
some
up
Mad
late to
Dog
watch
and
the
some
box,
Joe
man.
Rose.
Oh man, Joe Rose on that sauce.
Defoe.
Come on now.
Jeff DeForest. Come on now. I'm really from South Florida.
Come on now, man.
Yeah.
That's to me. That's what John Madden means to me. It's not about coaching. It's about what he did for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, now the video game too.
Yeah.
being part of that. Yeah.
And let's just talk about. I mean, I understand. I understand we're talking about man, but man, they are not doing a service to his name with the video game they are putting out in his name. They are not doing any service to his name.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
no
Banks said the same thing. Yeah.
Man, y'all should be ashamed of what y'all done with this franchise because once the NFL opens that license up and people see what other companies can do with an NFL game, that's gonna be your ass, Mr. Postman.
I think 2K probably usurped Madden now. More people play 2K than Madden.
But I'm gonna say, I remember how back in the day you can get a player at a 60 overall and train them. You had plays you could train your running back. What happened to they just took it away?
There used to be a radio show in the game.
Yeah.
Like here's the problem.
Exactly.
I have.
Yeah, that's true. In the game.
The problem I have with the game is we're not asking for new features. We want you to put the old features back in the game. See, we want you to see. This is where y'all messed up. Yeah. We want y'all to just go back to what the people before you did, because they had the recipe. Y'all
that's
don't.
When the game was fun, man. I used to love it.
Oh now man, Michael Vick on the cover.
I can't play it more than an hour, and I get tired of it, and I shut it off. And I get tired of looking for the Xbox, and I can't never find it.
Let me tell you, I'm a 2K guy. I've said it and I'm still saying it now. That's one of the most perfect sports. It's not perfect by any stretch of imagination, but that's got to be the greatest sports game I've ever played.
But it's damn near perfect. It's damn
2K
near perfect,
on for next gen, it is a different beast than PS4. Like the difference is immediately noticeable. It is crazy.
Real quick, I did want to say to Logan, we're gonna get you definitely next week.
For sure.
But I did want to ask a question for you guys. Trevor Lawrence, where are we sitting with him after year one? I know it ain't over yet. We got
can't evaluate him. You can't evaluate him.
You can't.
What? Would you say, Havoc?
No, you cannot evaluate him. You cannot evaluate him.
Why not, Havoc? Why not?
Because he did not have a real head coach.
I'm gonna say this: if you flip-flop Tua with Trevor Lawrence on this team, with his arm talent, with his athletic ability, we'll have more wins.
This question is not for you. This question is not for you, Quinte. This question is not for you. It's for Havoc and G Money and Begs too.
He's not perfect.
I agree. I agree with Havoc. You can't. Come on, man. Look at the coach he had.
No, I understand.
You gotta wait till year two. Wait till year two.
You can't.
Wait till year two.
Yeah,
no,
you
can't fairly evaluate him, bro. Bro, his head coach is a joke. What are you talking about?
We can't fairly evaluate him. I thought
his head coach is a joke.
I thought Christian Wilkes was a joke, but we should have evaluated another quarterback a year too.
Oh man.
let me ask you, which team is Christian Wilkes currently head coach of?
Who?
He shouldn't have got fired. I'm being 100 with you, Having. He shouldn't have got fired.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
why not?
I understand what you're saying because it was the organization's fault.
On that team. He shouldn't have got fired, bro.
Organization set him up to fail, he was the fall guy.
Yeah, I'm just being 100 with you, and black coaches don't get second chances, really.
But I tell you, if Josh Rosen was an inch better, he might have kept his job. But either way.
But we evaluated him after the first year. But we did the exact same thing with Trevor Lawrence, and now the story changes.
But Trevor Lawrence, I'm going to be honest with you, a great one.
Trevor Lawrence is obviously better.
He's better.
Not even.
He didn't play better. He didn't play better.
No.
Yeah, but you can actually see his talent. You can't.
Yeah,
I didn't see no talent. I saw.
I did.
Bro,
I'm gonna say this to you, bro. He has terrible coaching. They did not teach him for the NFL game. That man was still acting like he was in college, grinding on little young girls in the bar. He's a coach. He's a grown 50-something-year-old man.
I hear you.
Probably grandkids.
I definitely hear you. But what if Christian Wilkes was doing something like that? It just hasn't been proven. But we just gonna go ahead and put it on.
But the thing
Josh
is, you
Rosen
gotta
not being
understand.
good
Well, I just went over this. Black coaches don't get the chances as white coaches. Nobody's Aaron Fisher for. I don't know how he kept getting chances. He was trash.
You mean Jeff Fisher?
Jeff Fisher.
Oh,
Whatever
Jeff
his name
Fisher.
is. Jeff Fisher.
Well, you know, if you go to a Super Bowl, someone's always going to try and
But
give
he
you
didn't
a
win.
check.
That's who.
It's sort of like
McNair, bro.
It's sort of like the Doc Rivers thing in the NBA. Doc Rivers keeps because they have one championship. And it's
how
like
he
Doc
keep
Rivers
getting jobs, man? I don't know.
Because he got a champion, bro. If you have a championship on your, this is the same reason how Mike McCarthy is still a head coach. But he has clear time management problems.
He has time management problems, but I think he's a good coach. He's not.
But you know what? That doesn't.
You think Mike McCarthy's a good coach?
He's not the best. He's not the best.
Yeah.
Because
at least Andy Reid has time management problems, but he's Andy Reid. He draw it up better than everybody else.
He's a
phenomenal
wizard.
coach.
He's a fat wizard.
He's
not a coach. He's a wizard.
Speaking of black coaches,
he make anybody look good, man. I'm telling you, man.
Is there a reason why Eric Bieniemy can't get a look for anything? Like, is he going into all these interviews and just bombing it out? Because with this resume, he should have been a head coach already.
I feel as though you gotta understand Eric Bieniemy he's from South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't speak as well as us three other guys from South Florida who are up here. He probably say, you know what I'm saying, Cole?
Wait,
man, fuck
on. I got a name. I got a name. Brian Leftwich.
He should be a coach.
He
should be a coach. He's a well-spoken man.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay.
Well, let's see. He's offensive coordinator. But here's the problem. He's offensive coordinator of a team that just won the Super Bowl. That's exactly what Eric Bieniemy is.
Yeah.
But he's got ties and connections in Jacksonville, so that's probably why it makes him the favorite.
He works down the road.
And he probably still got his big mansion he had in Jacksonville.
He works down the street. Like, he's got a link there, but you know, it's one of them things.
I'm definitely going to agree with Shake on that one. I think he should wait out the Andy Reid job.
Oh, okay. Maybe, or you think that's what it is? Is he's Andy Reid's replacement waiting?
He's Josh McDaniels.
Maybe already sat down and had the conversation with him. Hey, I'm not going to be here much longer. You probably going to inherit this job when I'm done.
Just like Josh McDaniels for the Patriots, probably.
Man, they gonna have to.
That old man gonna coach for another 20 years, man.
Bill Belichick ain't never gonna leave that job.
See, the thing is with Josh McDaniels, he's already had a coaching job and he did not do too well in that position.
He had a head coaching job.
He's back on his team though.
Well, he had a head coaching job. It didn't work out. He got another head coaching job and he quit that job before it started.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
It's true.
I totally forgot about that.
For the coach.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
For the coach, yeah.
On Monday, he was like, "I'll take it." On Wednesday, he was like, "How about that? One more."
I'm going to renege.
So
I'm good. I'm
he didn't take the coaching job, and he went back to the Patriots for offensive coordinator. Yeah. I'm telling you, that team's going to be his.
And it's like I said, he found
the stay in the sidelines and make $5 million a year. I'd do.
This is the true genius of Bill Belichick. He sees what your skill set is, and he creates the perfect role for you.
Yes.
Bill Belichick created the perfect role for Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels created the perfect role for Tom Brady. This is why Belichick is a genius. He don't try to make an apple and orange.
No.
He don't try to make an apple and orange.
Weiss created that program for
You're
Brady.
Right.
And Weiss kept it going.
McDaniels sprinkled that. He sprinkled that little extra on there.
What was the old?
It was kind of like Mark Jackson started the Warriors.
Charlie Weiss.
No, after Charlie Weiss, it was Charlie Weiss.
It was McDaniels. McDaniels sprinkled that paprika in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Who used to be the coach? Who used to be the coach for the Tennessee? No, I'm sorry, Houston Texans. The head coach, the white dude.
Jim O'Brien.
Yes, Bill O'Brien.
Right. He was on the Patriots too. He was an offensive coordinator, wasn't
he? Yeah. Probably a Cole.
I don't think he was offensive coordinator. I think he was a position coach of some sort.
Just I think to me, Bieniemy should have a job already. Me being real, but I think they're probably doing the same thing. They said Bill Belichick was trying to do with Brian Flores. Then he didn't want nobody to see him.
Yeah, now I hear what you're saying. He's trying to hide him.
Yeah, trying to hide him, keep it for himself.
Yeah,
He'll be the Bears head coach. I think this will be the year.
Who?
Bieniemy, he'll take the Bears job.
Or the Vikings, because that guy in the Vikings, he's not staying.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
They're gonna fire him. They gotta fire him.
He needs to get fired, bro. He needs to get fired.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Ain't enough talent on that team. Ain't enough talent on that defense.
the team's a mess, bro. The team's a mess.
Nah, because even when he had the talent on the defense, they still didn't do what they're supposed to do. He needs to go. He
coached one of the best defenses in NFL history a couple years back.
When that was 15 years ago, though.
No, it wasn't. That we talking about Mike Zimmer. That was like 5 years ago.
When he was coaching the what is that? The Ravens?
No, the Vikings.
No, the Vikings.
It was the Vikings.
What team he was the defensive coordinator before he got the job?
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Yes. I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, he a couple years ago, I believe they were like top 3 in defense.
You're talking about the Bears, right?
No, the Vikings.
The Vikings. Sorry, the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a defensive coach. That's what they brought him in for.
Right.
Yeah, he's a defensive coach. But
what happened to Dan Campbell? But go ahead, finish your point.
I like Dan Campbell, man. I don't care what nobody says.
Look, I like Dan Campbell. He's not a head coach. But I like him though.
He is a head coach.
Man. Come on.
I think he's a head coach as far as his leadership. As
Dan Campbell is the perfect college coach.
Yeah.
His talent is wasted in the NFL as a head coach. He's the perfect college coach.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. He's kind of right with that. But he's the kind of coach that if you got football players that love the game,
oh man, it's perfect.
They'll play for him. That's
I don't know what it is about college coaches. They don't last in the NFL. But Pete Carroll's been in for a while. He's been lasting. So
Pete Carroll, he dips in and
out.
He
had NFL experience though.
Yes,
first right with the Patriots.
He dips in and out when he feels like it.
Well, he's been with Seattle for a long time though.
Yeah, he was with the Patriots, the Jets.
Sure. Then he went to USC, got Reggie Bush.
Got all these players. Went to the got all these first round picks.
Yeah. Matt Heisman won the Heisman Trophy every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually they say after their first failure as a head coach, they learn from those mistakes, and then they end up flourishing at their second time as a head coach with a different team.
That's why I do not want to fire Brian Flores.
Unless you're the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Then they'll just take it out with you.
Yep.
Yeah, just stick it out you'll learn from your mistakes. You're gonna stay here for another 15
Although, it's hard to make mistakes when you got nothing but winning seasons in your resume.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's about to end this year.
Yeah, that's not a great reference to make.
It's about to end this year, bro.
Bill Cowher and now Mike Tomlin. Come on.
It took him 15 years. Hey, it took him 15 years to get a losing season, man. What you want me to say?
Hey, when you have Ben Roethlisberger as your quarterback, of course, I would expect you to have winning seasons almost every single year.
Having a good quarterback does not guarantee you're going to have
a franchise winning quarterback.
They always have a very good defense, a very, very good defense.
Always. And
very good defense and a very good offensive line.
I think their defense just started getting better, but ever since Mike Tomlin has taken over, they weren't historic like they were when they had Cowher.
Me personally, their defense is overrated. It's very overrated. It's not this year. It's not as good as even last year. It wasn't that good. They have a very good pass rush.
Yeah.
Their team is built for if you have the lead, they're gonna kill you. If you don't have the lead, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Their team is built for them to have the lead.
I think it's one of them things, especially when you got an older quarterback. Sometimes you make moves that you wouldn't make otherwise.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of like you picking up veterans instead of maybe taking a chance on the younger guy, stuff like that, I remember when the Patriots, they sent a second round pick for Mohamed Sanu.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, is Bill Belichick like a wizard? Like, is he going to make him an NFL player again? But it didn't work out. I think that's what happens when you have an older quarterback.
Hey.
You get guys like this.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Havoc. With Mohamed Sanu with the Cincinnati Bengals, he looked like what Deebo Samuel is right now.
That's not the Mohamed Sanu he traded for.
Yeah, he didn't trade for him, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking about getting.
He got some old tape then.
I was gonna say, as far as Mike Tomlin is concerned, because I cannot stand you guys overrating him the way that you overrate him.
We're not overrating him. You're just underrating him.
You gotta think about. You gotta seriously think about how he inherited the Pittsburgh Steelers. Usually, when coaches get jobs, they're at the bottom of the barrel, losing season. He got a team that literally just got finished winning a Super Bowl.
But hold on. But DeVore, what you're not understanding is what you're not understanding, DeVore, is that yes, he inherited a great team, but he kept the team great. It's not like he inherited a great team and they became sorry. They stayed relevant. So you got to give him credit.
All he had to do was not fuck it up. That's all he had to do was not fuck it up.
Bill
had to scrape the bottom of the barrel to get that team right. He had a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator at first with
Bill Cowher took the team.
And he had Todd Haley.
I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Bill Cowher took the team from Chick Knoll. He took the team from Bill Cowher. Like what?
Yeah,
what are we talking about?
That's what the Steelers do.
It's a Hall of Fame coach past. It's one Hall of Fame coach to another Hall of Fame coach to another Hall of Fame coach.
But I'm gonna say this is what DeVore is talking about right now. When the Chin took it from the defense was good. He made it better. When he got the team from Bill, the Chin, he did not make the team better. He just stayed status quo. It's nobody on that team besides Ben you could say was the best Steeler so far from the time he took over the team. Nobody.
A lot of revolving doors.
It's not. You can
on that defense. For the Steelers, since Tomlin has been there,
they've still been relevant. They've still been good.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about DeVore's point. But go ahead.
Okay, my point is, it's like it's no memorable players on that team besides Big Ben. You got AB with his antics. Antonio Holmes, that wasn't his pick. That was Cowher's pick.
Well, he won the Super Bowl his second season, though.
But
you're gonna flip over the whole team.
No. But you got all right. He's Larry Coker of the NFL then.
Yeah, he's Barry Switzer.
And whoever the hell that receivers coach is for the Steelers too, he needs to go to the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He made everybody look good.
And you know what? He's got some.
What did Mike Tomlin do? What did Mike Tomlin do?
Where is that against?
Hey, we talk about Tomlin. Get that crap off the screen. What did Tomlin do? What did he really do? I'm just saying.
He kept the team relevant and good.
He kept the status quo. He didn't do nothing amazing.
Just like Bill Cowher did.
You know what? He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
No, Bill Cowher. I'm gonna say Bill Cowher. Bill
Cowher won the Super Bowl every single year.
No, it's not. It's not even about.
That's not what it was.
But when you remember Bill Cowher teams, you remember Carnell Lake, you remember Lloyd, you remember all these players he drafted.
Tough linebackers.
You don't remember nobody. Nobody.
From the Tomlin era.
I mean,
yes,
I like
Tomlin era. You know,
hold on. Lawrence Simmons was pretty decent.
That wasn't
James Harris.
That was Cowher's pick. All those were Cowher picks.
Keep going.
James Harris was Cowher too.
That's Cowher's.
No,
that man been in the league for like 20 years.
I don't know about James.
I don't know about James Harris.
So long.
I don't know. I think he might have drafted James Harris.
He got no. Wait a minute.
Ike Taylor was Cowher.
He went with like 4 different teams.
Yeah.
Pouncey,
no.
Whoa.
I'm talking about people you can just remember.
I remember Tomlin guys. I mean, come on, man.
Tell me.
Rashad Mendenhall.
You had to think. Come on, that is not him.
He's a bum. No, he don't count.
Come on now.
He wasn't a bum on the Steelers.
Yes, he was. He only lasted 3 or 4 years.
Martavius Bryant.
Big backs don't last that long.
Good.
Martavius Bryant.
I'm tucking that up to the receivers coach. Let's go to the receivers coach.
What about T.J. Watt?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one player. That's one player.
I just said like 4 guys.
Years.
You gave me
Antonio Brown.
I said receivers coach. That's going to the receivers coach.
Oh, so we're not just parsing off.
Okay. What I'm talking about is Cowher is the Steel City, the defense, hard nose. That's what I remember the Steelers from. I remember my mom because she loved the Steelers. I love the Dolphins. That's my second favorite team is the Steelers. I love defense. I love seeing people hit and smack each other
and running the ball. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're saying the most memorable player of the Tomlin era is Ike Taylor?
Heath Miller.
He ain't even in the Tomlin era.
Heath Miller was a great tight end. Heath Miller was good. Mike Pouncey.
That's a coward. That's a coward.
Heath Miller wasn't a coward.
Yes,
that's a coward.
He was. He's old.
Okay.
That's a coward. That's a coward.
Bro, wait.
I want some defensive player.
I think Palomalo
Coward stopped coaching 15 years ago. I think Heath Miller is a Tomlin guy.
That's a coward.
No. Heath Miller was already he was already in the league for like 4 or 5 years when he took over. Remember?
I'm about to check the
Yeah, remember.
What about Mike Wallace?
Big Ben got drafted in 2003, right?
I don't know if Mike Wallace is something you want to be proud of, but he was fast.
He was decent on the stage.
Mike Wallace is a receiver with all the speed who can't really catch.
Ted Ginn.
No, Ted Ginn was, to me, Ted Ginn was better
Ted,
than him.
The first half of Ted Ginn's career was, he was maybe outside of Devin Hester, maybe one of the best returners in the league.
Yeah, he was. I can't lie. Him in the Hall, the dude from Kansas City.
But I done seen some real round slant routes from Ted Ginn Jr. He rounded them things off. Like, I want to see everything that's coming. Y'all ain't blindsided me. I'm seeing everything that's coming.
Heath Miller is a coward.
Yeah, it wasn't slant with Ted Ginn Jr. They were rounds, you know.
Heath Miller was a coward. He came in 2005. Coward was going.
Yeah, I told you he was already coaching. He was been in the league for a minute.
Bud Dupree. Okay, I'll give you Bud Dupree. That's a
Mike Pouncey.
Alejandro Villanueva.
What's the guy on defense?
I'm talking about defense, not really all.
Larry Foote. Larry Foote was the coward.
That was coward.
Larry Foote.
James Ferrier, coward. Joey Porter, coward. Ryan Clark. He was a free agent. That was a
free agent.
Yeah, he was free agent. Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Ike Taylor what was Ike Taylor? He was a
coward.
Ike Taylor wasn't. Come on now.
Ike Taylor was all right.
He was all right.
He was all right.
Was he like Joey Porter?
Joey Porter was very nice.
Oh, Joey, I forgot about.
Was he Sean Green? No.
I'll give Tomlin this though, man. He drafted my high school. He drafted a dude I went to high school with, Bryant McFadden. Went to Florida State. He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
He drafted him. That was a smart decision. He got him a Super Bowl ring. So.
I like him too, but no disrespect to him. He wasn't good either. But
he played his role.
He was decent. He
played his role.
I didn't say, hey, he was decent, but
the Steelers had a whole bunch of guys on defense.
He played for the Steelers. Steelers.
But the Steelers had a whole bunch of guys on defense that just played their role and was good at their role. They wasn't extravagant.
I'm just talking about
transcendence.
The only transcendent one was Palomalu.
But that was Coward's guy.
Palomalu was bad, but that boy was.
Yeah, Palomalu.
And I didn't even say his name.
He was nasty.
I'm just trying to get other people. I'm just saying.
We gave you
Ryan Clark was okay too.
Palomalu, James Ferrier, Joey Porter.
Yeah.
James
Lloyd, the big fat. It was a linebacker, was 300 pounds, running fast and killing people.
Brent Kiesel.
That's Rick. I remember him. Yeah.
Here's the problem though. Ryan Shazier got paralyzed.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because if it was for that, he'd be the one.
He would be that one person you could slap his name on.
Ain't no he could.
I'm saying
he
was all pro. He was all pro.
He was on his
he got paralyzed.
He was on his
way. I'm gonna give that to Tomlin.
So we go. Okay, I'll give you 1 to like 10.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You can't even give him what's his name? He's not playing that good this year.
Juju.
Nah.
TJ.
What's his name?
The guy who wanted to get rid of he didn't want to be what we have Holland playing as. He didn't want to play that position.
Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just.
What was the running back after Mendenhall? John Connor? Was it John Connor?
No. Mendenhall. Are you talking about Amos?
A while ago.
So it was
Amos. It was Willie Parker. It was Willie Parker. Amos.
I remember Willie Parker. Deuce Staley. Deuce Staley played on the Steelers too. I forgot about that for a couple years.
But he wasn't getting no.
He was washed up when he got there.
He was there to get a check.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
his Lamar Thomas Dolphins year.
Yeah.
he was ring chasing.
Yeah.
I'm just here to get a check, man.
Man.
So,
Y'all know. I'm trying to get some jewelry.
yeah, it was Mendenhall, and then after
Willie Parker.
Willie Parker was before Mendenhall.
It was
Willie
Amos,
Parker was
the big back.
after Bettis. Yeah.
LeGarrette Blunt.
LeGarrette Blunt, yeah.
Garrett Blunt played for the Steelers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Garrett Blunt played for a lot of teams.
I
don't remember that.
And he's not even that old. You know that he's like 31.
Is he still in the league?
I don't even know.
Me neither. I feel like I just watched the game. It's be like, okay, he's playing for them now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
they cut him.
They cut him. Yeah.
They cut him, and then the
Patriots pick him up.
They won Super Bowl.
And they won the Super Bowl.
You know what? They just keep a locker open.
Yeah.
They just keep a locker open for LeGarrette Blunt. They just like, look, man, you're gonna be back. You're gonna be back, man. We're just gonna keep this.
He won one with the Eagles, didn't he? Won one with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeGarrette Blunt got some rings, bro.
You got 3 rings?
I think he got 3. 2 with the Patriots and 1 with the Eagles.
Man, how you gonna be a part-time NFL player with 3 rings?
True.
Golly.
No, but they found their running back now. Najee Harris is the future for the Steelers now.
We'll see.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm gonna say, if now I see what everybody's talking about. If we drafted Najee, because he know how to play in RPO offense. Mm-hmm. He's a big bat that can play in an RPO offense. Tannehill is better than Tua right now. Right now, but when Tannehill came in the league, those first 2 years, Tua was better than him in the sense of having more pocket presence. That's still Tannehill's Achilles heel to this day, is his pocket presence. He has everything else that what Tua can't do.
I wouldn't say it's an Achilles heel. It could get him in trouble, but it could also be a good thing because I've seen
think a lack of pocket presence isn't an Achilles heel?
I've seen Tannehill.
But he's running.
He's standing in the pocket, and he would throw a bomb, a 70-yard.
I ain't gonna lie, he did it a lot for the Dogs. It's like people have amnesia about that. He gets mollywop and throwing a 70-yard pass.
And he's throwing it, and he's fearless when he's throwing it. Like
and Tua can't do that, bro.
Tua is tucking and ducking.
Gotta protect the ribs, man. Gotta protect the ribs. You know what I'm saying? Gotta protect the ribs.
This is like I've listened to on the Finn side. What is it? Yeah, I think on the Finn side, and the dude said he just hates Tannehill. He hates him. I'm like, dude, he's not your girlfriend. Just stop.
He didn't do nothing to you.
He did nothing.
I love Tannehill. I love Tannehill.
But me personally, I like Tannehill because like ever since the dude got drafted, people hated him, and it's true.
He got better.
He got better over time.
Yeah, he did.
That's the same thing you can say about Tua. But people don't remember that. They don't remember that. I'm like, dude,
Tannehill took some hits.
You hated
Tannehill. He took a lot of hits.
And we had the worst team
in practice. Who the one that knocked him out of practice? That wasn't Sue, Ndamukong Suh?
When they came out with that report about Tannehill pissing blood, I had all due respect for him because he was getting up every single time, still playing quarterback.
I'm gonna say this: he's put it like that. I said this before. If you take Tua, all the good things he does, and put him in Tannehill's size, Tua will be the best fucking quarterback in the league. Just think about it. If he had. Because Tua has anticipation, he has pocket presence, and you give that and take Tannehill's size, arm, and everything else, athletic ability,
and arm strength too.
Oh my God, come on now, you can't. We probably be undefeated right now, man. Because first off, he would have been out for those 6 games or 5 games he missed. He would have got up because there's plenty of times Tannehill got smacked. I'm like, this white boy ain't getting up on this shit.
Yeah,
that boy got up like
he got up every time. He got up every time. Yep.
That one time he got hurt off a little hit. I'm like, man, he finna get back up from this shit. That man started limping. That man started crying. I'm like, oh fuck. And the first time he played, this shit is over.
It's I think it's one of them things where you know, Tannehill was pretty good, but it's one of them things where if you ain't got the rest of the team around,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
true.
this is what I say. When we put so much emphasis on the quarterback position, it's like, fam,
You
we
got to have a whole
ain't
ass
winning
team.
no Super. If the Dolphins won the Super Bowl, it would be the worst offensive line to win the Super Bowl, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
I have
Outside
to
of the outside of the offensive line, Kansas City put out there last year, missing both of their missing both of their tackles. They had bums out there.
I have to disagree with you on that one. Wholeheartedly have to disagree with you. Because TD say this all the time, and I say it too. And I talk to people at work all the time, older brother, everybody. It is every team has offensive line issues. Very bad. In some games you can see it. Mm-hmm. Very bad. Even teams who have the greatest offensive line with the names and name recognition, they're doing poorly. People not talking about how the Bengals still have a bad offensive line.
They're getting better.
They're getting better, but they're still bad. Bad. That man is still getting mollywop, but they're not talking about that. But everybody want to talk about how Mr. Tua might take a licking. he's ducking and diving, and he's taking less sacks. Think about it. With this terrible offensive line, this man only got sacked 15 times.
This whole year.
Think about it. I know he has great pocket. I don't give a damn how much pocket presence you got. If somebody's coming for you, you gonna go down. And he's not. It's not like he's 6'5" like Tannehill running away from somebody. No, he is 5'11". There's lying to say he's 6 foot. He's not that big, bro. He's not running away from nobody. Only person I know that size can run away from somebody is Russell Wilson. Somebody can have their hand on Russell Wilson's shoulder pad. He's going to shrug it off and run around the other way and do his little spin move.
Kyler Murray has some of that too.
No, Kyler Murray is slippery because he's so small.
Yeah, right, yeah. His change of direction is crazy.
It's very That's what when he gets old. Because Michael Vick said the same thing to Lamar Jackson. People think I'm a hater when I say it. Nigga, you gotta learn how to throw that ball in that pocket.
In the pocket, stop running.
What we said, we.
Because even Mike Vick still had all that speed, but he figured
to play longer.
I can throw the ball 100 yards.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
With the flick of a wrist, no problem.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rely on this, and he did it. Had one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen from a quarterback when he played that 1 year in Philly. That's one of the greatest, maybe the greatest game I've ever seen from a quarterback was that Mike Vick game in Philadelphia.
What you laughing at, DeVore? You laughing at Shea?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know about 6'1".
Quit trying to steal 2
If Tua is 6'1",
I'm 7 feet.
I'm 6'5".
I think
I'm every bit of 5'10".
Yeah, no.
Come on,
I'm a whole 5'10". I feel like if I stood next to Tua, we would look eye to eye. That's all I'm saying.
I think I would be looking down on him, to be honest with you.
I'm just being honest, man. Come on now. It's not taken away from his ability. It's just
plenty of short quarterbacks. Well, not plenty, but short quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl, so it ain't. But Drew Brees got one. Russell Wilson got one.
Drew Brees got one. Yeah.
Only Brees and Wilson.
Is a solid 6 foot tall. He's a solid 6 foot tall.
Are you sure? I think they just said that just to make it look good.
I think he scrapes right over the 6.
Right, 6 feet. Yeah.
Him and Joe Buck, the announcer, he's 6 foot tall, and Troy Aikman is 6'4".
Yeah. Let me ask
him
y'all.
And Joe Buck are the same size.
Let me ask y'all something. I just want to say this because of course Troy Aikman is a legend.
Yeah.
Have y'all actually looked at Troy Aikman's career numbers?
Average.
Bro.
It's almost below average, yeah.
He had the same numbers as Jay Cutler.
And I'm not taking anything away from him. I mean, somebody's got to quarterback this team to these Super Bowls. Somebody's got to play quarterback. But I was looking at his career numbers. I was like, the most touchdowns he's ever thrown in a season is 24.
Having all that talent,
you got to remember, it was a different time.
Also, you got Emmitt Smith. Why are you throwing the ball at all?
That was a different time that because if people didn't realize, okay, when Dan Marino was throwing those 5,000 yards per season, nobody. You was getting 2,000 yards passing the season. You was the man.
I don't think we had a 1,000-yard runner his first 6 or 7
think
years
about
in the
it,
league.
bro. Think about it.
Yeah.
People don't. It's people need to.
Yeah.
Because if Dan Marino played this era, he probably throw for 8,000 yards a season.
Yeah.
That's why I said if Dan Marino won one.
If you can't hit the quarterback.
But the problem is,
if he won one Super Bowl, he would have been the greatest quarterback of all time. Just one.
The problem is, even if he did throw for all them yards, still wouldn't have won nothing because at the end of the day,
he didn't have a running game or a defense.
There was no balance, right?
Nah,
like we're out here talking like Bernie Parmalee is gonna take us home.
I'm gonna say this to you.
Dan Marino never had a running game.
If my older brother was on here and my brother who passed and his friends on here, they said Dan Marino was selfish. He wanted all the money for himself. That's one of the reasons why he never got stuff on the team.
Bro, he's Dan Marino. Of course he wants the money.
Yeah, you want the money, but at the same time, you can't complain that you don't have the Super Bowl. Because at the end of John Elway's career, him and Marino were the same in a sense.
Right.
He wanted all the money. But Elway knew, hey, man, I ain't gonna win shit. I need to win a Super Bowl. So you need to start getting. You drafted Terrell Davis. And you saw how good he was on special teams. He started playing running back.
Like Terrell Davis was on a low contract.
Yeah.
When he was running for 2,000 yards.
Yes.
Because he was a 4th round pick, right?
Yes.
Something like
4th
that.
round pick.
So
because Garrison Hurst was the man at Georgia. People forget that he was the man. Garrison Hurst was the man at Georgia.
Georgia had some backs.
Yes, Georgia still have backs.
Yeah, they still got backs. You're right.
I want us to draft Cook's little brother. I'm sorry, I want him on our team.
Hey, so we approaching the hour and 30-minute mark. Last question. This is from Manny. I'm reading it right now. I feel like we should go out with this one. Should the Ravens pay Lamar Jackson? Should the Cleveland Browns pay Baker Mayfield?
The Ravens should absolutely pay Lamar Jackson, and Cleveland should absolutely not pay Baker Mayfield.
Exactly.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Took the words out of my mouth. I'm gonna
say
this.
No.
Baker Mayfield is not the guy. He's not the answer.
Me personally, you need to pay Lamar because if Lamar's playing, he's dynamic. At the same time, he does need to get better.
But his potential is there. That's why
his potential is there. Yeah,
he got the MVP.
He got.
We ain't even talking about potential with him anymore.
Yeah. And then
but he's still got to get better, though. He's still got to get better.
And Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, no.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
Like I said, he should have got drafted by the Jets, and Washington should have got drafted by the Browns. What's his name? Play for Carolina now.
Oh, Darnold.
Darnold should have got drafted by the Browns.
Darnold's not good at all, though.
No, to me, it's not that. I think it's bad coaching. Bad coaching, and it is. And you gotta remember, Darnold came in the league. He just turned 20 years old. Mm-hmm. So they fucked him up. You understand?
I understand what you're saying. But you know, he may be a guy that he may come around to be a solid quarterback later on in his career.
I thought he was going to have that turnaround like Tannehill, play for a different team, have some different stuff.
Yeah,
might play solid and work out for him.
Didn't work out.
Yeah.
To Shake's point,
but to me, it's
an offensive coordinator. Lamar needs a new offensive coordinator. I agree with that.
I don't, and I don't think they should pay Lamar either.
No, I don't think it's offensive coordinator. I think it's him. And
the offense is tailored to him. The offense is him.
Yes,
they need more passing. He's running the ball.
He can't pass. He cannot pass. Well,
that's not true, DeVore. That's not true.
But I'm gonna say this.
Tua can't pass. Tua can't pass. Really,
that don't hurt my feelings. I'm telling you the truth. Tua can't pass either.
I'm not saying to hurt your feelings. I'm saying Lamar.
You got all these starting quarterbacks that can't throw.
But I'm gonna say this.
Jeez Louise.
With Lamar, he needs to go work out with Peyton Manning or Tom Brady for the offseason and learn some better mechanics. Because to me, his mechanics are very bad. He needs to get more offensive weapons on his team. Need a better running game. Because when what's the running back they lost? The better one they had, Dobbs.
Dobbins.
J.K.
Dobbins.
Yeah.
And when he got hurt, it went downhill.
They lost all
Fast.
the running backs, right?
Before he can't pass, how did he win MVP?
Now he won. I'm gonna say this, G Money.
How?
He won the MVP off his athletic. I'm gonna say he won that MVP off that spin move alone. He did in that game.
That was amazing.
That
And then
was
he
nice.
glided
That
into
was-
the end
that was-
zone.
that
That's
was
the
nice.
old.
That was
That's
nice.
the
That
reason
was
why he
nice.
won MVP.
Ooh.
Because he was dynamic. That boy
Hey.
won
And the
MVP.
season started off perfect when he threw 5 touchdown passes.
Man, he
against the Dolphins.
Destroyed us.
Yes,
Destroyed
think
us.
about it.
The
Made-
season kicked
made
off
Hollywood
that season
Brown
with
look like-
and look what happened. Look what happened when the defense got more veteran players on them. We have some young players, and he looked like hot trash.
Yeah. That
And
was
they ran the same play
That
over
that
and
that,
over
that game was
and
Figure them out.
that game was
You know what?
surprising.
this
It was
is why
surprising.
I like Brian Flores, because it was so savage.
Yeah, but
It
with
was
this
so
guy on the
savage.
top
He was
left,
just like, I'm
this
gonna run
guy-
the same play over
this
and
guy,
over
this
and
guy on
over
the top
again.
left wants to get rid of Brian Flores for some reason. I don't know why.
That was
I don't know why.
savage.
You see what he did in Ian Book? We was already up
that
in
was
the game.
savage.
The game
bro.
was over. He sent another blitz and get another
Bro.
sack.
How you gonna run a zero blitz 40 plays in a row?
Hey, me and Quinte been trying to tell you this whole time.
What you mean? Tell me what? You been telling me
I've
nothing?
been trying to tell
No,
you.
but not every team can run that defense.
I'm
That's
talking
the
about as
thing.
far as Lamar is concerned.
Yeah.
No, you underrated him. You're giving him
I
Underrated
too
who?
much.
feel as though he could be better, but he's not
He can be
showing
better.
it. He's
He
not
can be
showing
better,
it.
but
But
you
he's
can,
not.
you can win
But
with
he's
Lamar.
not as bad
No
as
problem.
the divorce says that he is. That's all I'm saying.
I never said that he was bad.
You did say that. You just said he can't throw.
That don't mean he's bad.
He's a quarterback.
It's-
What are you talking about?
Ah,
What are we talking about?
That doesn't mean he's bad though. But I'm just saying,
You
like,
got a quarterback that can't throw, but it's not an insult. Come on, man.
hey, because I'm going off of this comment that Shake put in the chat. The comment, well, excuse me, the formations that they run in Baltimore is a heavy run style offense. That's what
He's
they
pistol.
do.
They run the pistol.
He's in the pistol 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Heavy pistol
True.
90% of the time. You have a running back on your right and a running back on your left and another running back behind you.
Mhm.
So, and then Banks, even though Banks ain't here, he's crying for another receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. Why the
He
hell
does-
would I go out there and spend
he-
$100 million on a receiver that I know he's not going to get involved in the offense? Like
But me personally, he doesn't need me. I'm gonna say this to you. He needs another big receiver. He has the young dude from Minnesota. He's
Bateman.
solid.
Rashad
Bateman is good.
Mhm.
I want him to come to the Dolphins. I don't care, but I want him to come to the Dolphins.
You want
Could be
everybody to come
Waddle
to
and
the Dolphins.
Bateman.
I want a Bateman. But my thing is, he needs to get better with his, because Bateman he's a better Devontae Parker. He can get separation. He has more wiggle to him. You understand what I'm saying? And he can get jump balls. He can get all those things, but he doesn't get a chance to do those things. He's only getting the ball wide open
why does he not get a chance to do those things, Quinte?
because he's
Why does he not
I
get a
keep
chance to
saying
do those
he's
things,
not-
Quinte?
he's not on that quarterbacking level yet. He's not.
But you still want him to get paid?
Nope.
Me personally, because he's dynamic.
pay him.
He has no.
I
He
pay him
needs-
every
I pay him.
day.
I definitely pay him.
He
yeah.
needs to
I'll
get
pay
paid.
him.
Yeah, people need to remember the first $100 million quarterback was not Peyton Manning, not Tom Brady, Michael Vick. He was the first quarterback to get $100 million. The
You
first.
know,
Hey,
no,
before,
you
if
know,
that-
no
if that
quarterback has made
Prescott-
more. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. If that Prescott get paid, Lamar can get paid. Stop.
Okay, that's
And
my
to me,
point though.
and to-
But
and
how
Dak
much
is
you
trash
gonna
to me.
give? What you gonna give Lamar Jackson? Is it gonna be worth it? Because you're looking at somewhere over $250 million.
Let me tell you something. If you just look at average salary over the course of a career, Kirk Cousins will be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is the thief.
Kirk Cousins has been getting paid from day one.
From day one.
From day one.
Hey,
He was a second round pick.
y'all some haters. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, man.
Not to me.
No, man. No,
I'm gonna say okay.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna say this: Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, and Derek Carr are the same quarterback. Only difference between them, Tannehill went to a championship game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They-
I think Kirk Cousins is better than Ryan
They
Tannehill.
don't
No,
send
they're not. It's the
Ooh.
same thing.
the Texans. The Texans sent David Carr to
they're
the ER a couple
same.
times.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about his
That's
Derek
true.
Carr. I'm talking about Derek Carr, his brother.
Oh, Derek Carr. Okay.
Derek Carr. Think about it, they're the same quarterback, bro. The same. Okay, Derek Carr gonna play
I like
good
Derek
the
Carr.
first. He's gonna
like
play
Derek
the first.
Carr.
He's gonna play good in those first 8 weeks, and then he's gonna do a downturn like a turd, going down the toilet like he's doing right now.
Mhm.
And then Kirk Cousins gonna play good. He's gonna have 2 or 3 games. He's gonna be doing good. He's gonna go down the toilet like a turd.
Let me tell you what, man. Kirk Cousins is the NFL's greatest bottom feeder.
Yeah.
If you can't defend the pass, he gonna get 5 touchdowns on you. Easy.
What about Case Keenum?
And then when you play a respectable defense, he gonna give you 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and
he probably throw for 120 yards.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Would you choose Case Keenum over Kirk Cousins?
No, absolutely not.
No. Let's not be ridiculous.
Okay,
But Kirk Cousins ain't. I mean, look, he's a bottom feeder.
Yeah,
I'll take him over Lamar Jackson right now.
No, you're not.
Stop
You're
it.
not.
You crazy.
You're
I'm
nuts.
taking him over Lamar Jackson, and the answer shakes question. At least Donovan could throw the ball.
You would take Adam Gase over Vince Lombardi. So what?
Yeah, you would.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is blasphemy.
Yeah, but that's
You have to
you.
question your judgment at times.
I wouldn't do something like that. But I'm just saying, if we sit here,
running game, man.
if we sit here and talk about Lamar Jackson, if the team ain't up, they not winning the game.
You could say that about any.
What you mean? How many comebacks he had this year? What are you talking about?
Oh,
I think he had 4 comebacks.
Yeah, 4 comebacks.
Yeah.
But there have been some very close calls. But if you
that's why it's called a comeback.
If you look at his numbers this year, they're not very good.
But
Ryan Tannehill's numbers.
A lot of quarterbacks this year, their numbers are not that good.
Yeah,
bro. That's what I know. It's a lot of quarterbacks' numbers are not.
I mean, I'll talk about hard knocks. Carson Wentz literally played a game with no starting offensive lineman.
Yeah,
that's the type of year we're in. That's the type of year we're in. So, he is.
You just got to survive.
He still is who he is.
Yeah,
he is him. You got to pay that man.
Yeah,
franchise tag,
bro.
Now, if you want to make a point,
the price is only going to go up.
If you don't want to pay him because you want to get other players, then yes, maybe. If that's it, then but not to pay him because he sucks. Come on now, stop.
They don't have to really have to pay him.
I never said Lamar sucked. I'm just saying,
hold on,
like,
you said he can't throw.
He can't throw.
He's a quarterback.
Technically,
that's saying he sucks. That's the whole thing of a quarterback.
Well, I'm gonna say this. What he's trying to say, technically, he's not. Well, other even Tua can do. He can't really do. You understand what I'm saying? That's what Lamar struggles with. The stuff that Tua's good at.
He can't do this.
Lamar can't really do that. Because think about it. Lamar could be the perfect RPO quarterback.
That's not what he does.
He should be the perfect RPO quarterback, but he's not.
That's not what he does.
His talent is based on doing, do the little option that veer, because they call it the veer, and you sit back and you throw it to the first person you see. He should be better at anybody at doing that. That's just my opinion. But it's like he doesn't process it fast enough to get the ball out fast enough. Because there's times that receivers are wanting open, he's not throwing it to them.
Let me tell you something.
If you're not wide open, that's the only time you throw it. Think about it. When he throws a deep pass, Hollywood is wide open.
Mm-hmm. Every time on the shallow cross on the back end, when he runs it, he is wide open, Quinte. Every time. Shallow cross, Hollywood, he's open every single time. Every single time.
Lamar Jackson really just needs a whole offense full of tight ends. Then he would be unstoppable.
I think Gesicki and
if you give him 6, if you give him 5 or 6 guys that got that Mark Andrews profile, he'll be unstoppable.
That's the same. Okay, just like I had said earlier. Think about it. If you gave Tannehill a whole bunch of AJ Browns without the injuries, he'd be the best quarterback in the league.
I mean, come on, man. You give any quarterback a whole team of AJ Browns.
But people don't realize AJ Brown, he's gonna have a game. That's why I feel as though we're gonna win, because he's gonna have a game
and he's gonna get hurt.
He can't catch shit. He always has a game like that every season. Him and the wide receiver who went to the Jets. I mean, Tannehill throw the ball right to their hands, and they just and it falls to the ground. I'm like, dude, y'all should have won Super Bowl that year. Your black ass couldn't catch. And then Derrick Henry don't want to play in cold weather. It's like every time they run into cold weather, he doesn't play good. I don't know what the problem is. You play in the place where it snows.
It's cold.
Come on now, dude. You get.
I don't blame him.
A year,
I mean, who wants to be a power back in the winter?
Hey,
yeah, but you getting paid. You getting paid,
bro.
Fuck all that. When it's cold outside and you can't feel your fingers, that shit.
The money don't make that feel good.
So don't play football then. Play something else. Do another profession.
I'm just saying, like, you get a little bit hesitant when it's
I don't want to hear no.
Some people is
you
built
can play
for
the football, but you
These
can also
dudes
acknowledge
get paid millions of dollars, man. Come on,
so
man. Stop
what?
That's funny coming from you. You were living in Florida. Come play in -2 degree weather and see what that feels like.
If I'm getting paid millions of dollars, I ain't gonna worry about it.
Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, you go feel it.
Try and catch one of these bazookas from Dan Marino when it's 0 degrees outside. See how your hands feel in the morning.
I hear you.
You ever hear these stories about OJ McDuffie talking about how he regularly would leave practice and his hands would be bleeding? Like the webbings in his hands would be torn up from catching pans from Dan Marino all day?
Yeah, but he wasn't homeless, wasn't he?
Bro, what are we talking about?
Homeless. He's happy with his wife.
We're talking about people's physical health.
No, what I'm saying is he got paid for that. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
I understand that. I'm saying you can acknowledge. You can say I'm getting paid because you can also acknowledge this really sucks.
But it hurts. But I'm gonna say this to you. You talking to a guy who works in a controlled freezing environment, and where I work, where I used to do. When I used to have to work when it's below 0 when you're working, nobody cares that you're sick. Nobody cares that you're hurt.
And you don't care how much you're getting paid either.
I was getting paid very well. It wasn't like them, but I was getting paid very nice.
Mm-hmm. Did it make you feel better?
When I got that $1,200 check every week, I was very happy.
Okay, I felt good on payday.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not built like that anymore.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Feeling that cold in your knees ain't no joke.
Oh man.
Feel that cold in your knees. But we're approaching the hour and 40-minute mark. Do we have any final thoughts before we ended up closing this thing out?
Havoc. I want to let you know, finally, can you see it? Can you see it?
Oh man, see, we finally see this is the greatest day. We finally got him on the train. Finally.
I think you had that joint sitting in the plastic for the past 2 weeks. You gonna pop that bitch or what?
I'm gonna play it tonight. I'm definitely gonna play it tonight.
You see, man, this guy, he's about to open up the book to the greatest novel ever told.
That motherfucker go glow when you pull that seal off. I bet you open that box.
Yeah. Bro.
No, but it's good to have you guys back. It's good to see you, Quinte and Havoc. Just everybody, peace and love. Happy New Year. And let's go into this year with positivity and just good times and enjoy the moment. And yeah, I want to travel. I'm serious about traveling. I'm going to travel. I want y'all to come with me. We'll figure it out. But go ahead.
Sounds like a plan.
We about to see what them Denver strippers is like.
Hey man, you gotta look up some gun laws in Denver, man.
What you try to shoot some deer or something?
Yeah, I want to bring my rifle and shoot a deer or something.
Shoot some rabbits. You cook it right in front of us.
I don't know about all that. I ain't do that in a long time.
I guess I'll say, it's good to be back. Good to see everybody. Good to see everyone's still safe and healthy. More than anything else. I mean, as much as we come on here and we talk about sports and all that, this is a brotherhood as well. It's just good to see everyone that's safe and healthy. And the fact that we can continue to do this, it's really incredible. And I appreciate it every time.
Yeah, I was saying, I think it was Wednesday, when we recorded over 95 episodes last year.
97.
97 episodes. So that is an amazing accomplishment. So,
that was dope. Yeah.
Well, I should say, what's the goal this year? 150? I think the goal should be 150. That's reasonable, right?
We can do it. If we add that Dolphin hate show, like I said, man, man, it'd be on fire. I have a whole character I want to play. I want to put on a wig, gold teeth, and everything.
I thought it was gonna be a good cop, bad cop.
No,
type
man.
deal.
I wanna put on the like.
Damn.
I have ideas, bro.
See, Quinte got ideas. Hey,
Do it.
make sure you make a mental note of that. The people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow's game, Dolphins and Titans. Quick pick before we close it out.
Dolphins.
I'm gonna say Dolphins 20, 21. I'm gonna say Dolphins 21-10.
I'm gonna say Dolphins 20-17. Win by field goal.
Titans 17-10.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna let you know when he slice up that zone defense. I'm gonna be in the chat talking some pure D-ish to you.
Oh, UK. And now when he got Jeffrey Simmons rushing right up the middle, right in his lap.
Okay, we got Duke Johnson. He's picking him up.
Hey, Jeffrey Simmons ain't no joke. Bud Dupree I think the Bud Dupree's playing them all.
Yeah,
too.
Everybody's back except for Julio. Julio's still not off.
Yeah, everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is back.
Julio's robbing the bank too, man. He's just like Fuller.
He's just chilling.
Hell, Julio is killing him.
He's on that. He's on that.
Fuller.
Yeah, I was about to say he's on that Will Fuller, just robbing the bank with no mask on.
Yeah. He's out there. At least he going again be a decoy.
At least I can show up every day. You give me about 10, 12 million just to show up every day. I can do that. No bull.
We paid Will Fuller to print up his jersey.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be back Wednesday evening, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This is the Not for the Bay podcast. Be sure to be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and on our Twitter page. Also, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and all other major streaming platforms. This is the Not for the Bay podcast. We are about it.
Peace.